What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes here, back with another discussion video. Today we're going to be talking a bit more My Hero Academia. I know I've been heavy with the My Hero Academia videos lately, but after I did the video for the pre-order update for Todoroki, I did realize that I haven't done an SH Figuarts My Hero Academia prediction video, and that's exactly what this is. We all love a good prediction video, especially when it comes to talking about new action figure lines, and My Hero is popping right now with SH Figuarts, since we do have the first 3 figures already up for pre-order, them being Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki. And so how I'm going to structure this video, I am going to go over my top 5 figures that I think are going to be upcoming in the line. These are going to be the ones that I think Tamashi Nations are going to be making sooner rather than later. And then I'm going to finish it off by discussing the top 5 figures that I want the most. And this is basically something to get the comments going. You guys can tell me what you want. You can tell me if you disagree with my predictions, if you agree, or whatever else it is you feel like saying in the comments. So you guys already know how these videos work. Go ahead and drop a like for your boy, as I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or you're new here, and let's talk some SH Figuarts My Hero Academia. Now, for the most part, all the characters that I discuss in my prediction section of this video, I'm not expecting to release in any particular order. That being said, this one is one I wouldn't be surprised if he was next, and it is none other than All Might. No matter how you look at it, All Might is the centerpiece of the series, yo. He had peak moments in season 1, 2, and 3, and even though he's not the main character, he's still one that is basically very, very important to the series, and he's extremely relevant in the entirety of it. Even in the most recent movies, people are still worshiping the character of All Might. And if you haven't seen You're Next, make sure you go check that out. It's a very dope movie. But yeah, he's literally the centerpiece of the series despite not being the main character. So I'd love to see him in figure form. As long as Tamashi Nations gives this guy a killer sculpt, everything will be great. The only thing I ask that they add to it is a battle damaged expression. That's all I really need with this guy. I know they're not going to throw out any impact effects because they really don't do that. Maybe we'll get an accessory kit after, but All Might is one I definitely see coming very, very soon in the line, and I hope I'm right about it, man. This would be a figure that I would truly be looking forward to. Now, hypothetically speaking, if All Might happened to be the very next release in the line, I feel like it would be perfect for Tamashi Nations to follow up with a villain, and who better to give us than the main villain himself, Toma Shigaraki. And when it comes to him, there's several different looks they can give him, but considering the fact that the Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki are all given their, I believe, Season 4, Season 5 looks, it would make sense for them to do the same thing for Shigaraki. Now, I would be perfectly fine if they gave us his look right after the I think it's My Villain Academia or the Liberation arc. I'd be perfectly fine with that. I feel like the red cape would be very, very cool to get with this guy. They could give us several different windswept hair effect pieces, maybe a destruction type effect piece. I don't know. I'm not expecting them to go in with the effects. As long as the sculpt is good, I'm not going to complain too much. But if we do get another hero next, we definitely have to get Shigaraki after, man, because we don't want to get too many heroes and no villains. So either way, I don't really care what look they give us, as long as it's something after the Liberation Army arc. As long as it's after that, I'm fine. So if we did end up getting Shigaraki after All Might, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if the very next announcement was none other than Shela Isawa. He's a fan favorite. He is the teacher of our students, and he is a very, very likable character. I don't know anyone that doesn't like Aizawa, mostly because a lot of people relate to him, and at the same time, they think he's a badass character. So this is one I would truly be looking forward to, and I don't know. I don't think Tamashi Nations would go all in as much as Revoltech when it comes to the accessories. I don't expect anything specific when it comes to the movement of the bandages. We might get some articulated ones. We might not. They'll probably be in a stale pose. I don't know how they would do the accessories for this guy, but of course, they're going to have to give us a head where he's got his quirk activated, and then they're going to have to give us a couple of faceplates where it's not, because despite the fact that he is a very nonchalant-ish type of character, he still is very expressive. And so I really hope they go in with the expressions on this guy and the effects as much as possible. I don't know. We just got to see when it comes to this one, but I definitely do see Aizawa coming sooner rather than later. So as much as I hope Tamashi Nations waits on this release, I am sad to say that I do think this is a figure we would be getting relatively soon after we've gotten the characters that I've already mentioned, simply because she is the leading lady of the series. This is basically the Lucy of Fairy Tail, the Sakura of Naruto, whatever anime comparison or reference you want to use, she is that character. And after getting the trio, it just makes sense. Now, this is one I would be excited for, but there are other characters I like more, which is the only reason I said I wish they would wait on it, because I would definitely be excited to get an Ochiko. But Tamashi Nations is different than Kyoto Revoltech, who waited a little bit before dropping her. I think Tamashi Nations is the type of company that would get right to this figure, similar to what Figma did. I think this was the fourth figure in the Figma line, maybe fifth after Kirishima. I'm not entirely sure, but I do think Tamashi Nations would get to this one rather quickly. The only thing I want is some good effect pieces and good facial expressions, the same thing I want from everything else. It wouldn't be one that I would be extremely excited about, but of course I would add it to my collection, just like everything else that I've mentioned thus far. Now, last but not least is another character who I wouldn't mind if they took their time getting to, but I don't think that they would, because this would definitely complete the core 5 if we got him and Ochiko. It is none other than Ido Kirishima, the Red Riot. Now, when it comes to this character in particular, this is one I definitely question how Tamashi Nations will pursue making this guy, because I definitely don't see them going the Revoltech route and giving us a completely interchangeable upper body for whenever he goes into unbreakable mode. That would be absolutely badass if they did that, but given their track record, they just don't do that. They've never given us a Goku figure that comes with a Super Saiyan head or a Super Saiyan 3 interchangeable head through some swappable parts. They've never done that. They give us Goku base, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Blue, etc., etc., etc. And when it comes to this character in particular, his quirk is basically who he is. So I feel like maybe they would give us some interchangeable arms, and something like this would probably be like a build a figure. I think that would be the best way to go about it. So maybe if they put out other characters like Suyu or just even any of the other class 1A students, that would be the way to go about making this figure turn into a build a figure. That would be my predictions. Now, if they did it all in one go, amazing. But if they did want to sell the other figures, that would be a really good marketing ploy. Look at me putting out ideas for Tamashi Nations, but it's not like they're going to see this video. Either way, this is one I would be looking forward to, but again, I would rather he come later rather than sooner. And now, moving away from my predictions and onto the figures I want, these are the top 5 that I am looking forward to. And I know you guys see 4 on the screen. We're going to get to number 5 in just a second. But number 1 is none other than Endeavor, yo. I really personally enjoyed the Kyoto Revoltech Endeavor figure. I honestly think it's one of the best Revoltech figures that they've ever made. But I would love to see what Tamashi Nations does with this. All I need is a bunch of fire expressions or fire accessories and a bunch of angry expressions. And I'm good. I'm good. That's literally all I need with this guy, because I feel like they're going to go crazy with the sculpt and the detail, the same that they would with All Might. Now, next would be none other than Dabi Touya. And the reason I want this one is because I'm just not really feeling the look of the Revoltech. Something just looks extremely off. Now, it did just release. I should be getting it in hand relatively soon, so we'll discuss that once we get to the review. But again, I'd love to see what Tamashi Nations does with it, because I think it would just look better. And that's really the same thing about Hawks. The Revoltech Hawks was cool, but I feel like Tamashi Nations would do so much better, man. Something about the Revoltech Hawks it just wasn't there for me. The figure was great. He came with a ton of accessories, so there's nothing to complain about in that department, but the look was just off somewhere, man, and I can't put my finger on it, but I definitely know it was in the faceplates. Now, next up, I would want Tamashi Nations to tackle Meteor. I would love an SH Figuarts Meteor, man. This would probably be my favorite figure in the line, as long as they don't do anything stupid with the cape, yo. Give us a cloth wired cape, and this figure could be any and everything that I want it to be, man. I don't even care about the coming through the wall effects or anything like that. Just give us a cloth wired cape and some good expressions, and that's it. All I need with this guy. Now, number 5 on my personal want list. You guys already know who it is. It is none other than my queen, Mount Lady, yo. Look, if y'all have seen my Hero or my Hero Academia videos, y'all already know, man. I love me some Mount Lady, yo. And I am not embarrassed to say that I am a Mount Lady simp, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. So that is my number 5. Now, I know it'll probably be 10, 20 years at this point before we get a Mount Lady. But when we get it, though, let me stop. I'm not going to act like those in the jar weirdos. I just really love Mountain Lady. I really do, man. I don't know what it is. I just love Mount Lady. So, yes, number 5, none other than my queen, Mount Lady. And I could also sprinkle in some Midnight. And just like that, there you have it. My SH Figuarts, My Hero Academia prediction / want list. And this was one I actually enjoyed making, man. I really do love My Hero Academia, despite the fact that I don't talk about it much on this channel. I, for the most part, just kind of review it and then go on. And I don't think I give it as much enthusiasm as I do some of my other stuff. But guys, I really love My Hero Academia. No joke. I mean it when I say I got Deku and Todoroki tatted on me. I want to get All Might somewhere, but then I also want to get some JJK stuff. But that's besides the point. Again, my prediction video. And now I want to know you guys' predictions. I want to know you guys' wants. I want to know how you feel about my list or anything else that you guys feel like commenting in the comment section below. Feel free to do so. I always try to respond. I definitely read everything. So overall, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.